In this video, we are going to discuss about top 10 hidden gems zombie action thriller, zombie survival, zombie post-apocalyptic movie, and TV shows. If you didn't subscribe our channel yet, please don't subscribe and don't like our video. You know what I mean, right? Our number 10 countdown is Peninsula. Peninsula is a South Korean zombie action thriller, set 4 years after the events of the popular zombie film Train to Busan. The story takes place on the Korean Peninsula, which has been overrun by hordes of undead. The film follows a group of survivors who return to the devastated peninsula on a dangerous mission. They must navigate the treacherous terrain, outsmart the undead, and face off against a ruthless militia that has taken control of the peninsula. Peninsula is a high-octane action film filled with thrilling car chases, intense gun battles, and plenty of zombie mayhem. The special effects are impressive, and the performances are solid. If you're a fan of zombie movies and enjoy fast-paced action, Peninsula is definitely worth checking out. Our number 9 countdown is Rambach. This low-budget German horror flick takes a unique approach to the zombie apocalypse, focusing on 2 guys trapped in a Berlin apartment building. The story starts off pretty simple. A guy named Michael shows up at his ex-girlfriend's place to try and win her back. But things quickly take a turn for the worse when a zombie virus starts spreading throughout the city. Michael and a young repairman, Harper, find themselves locked in the apartment building, surrounded by the undead. What sets Rambach apart is its focus on survival and the claustrophobic atmosphere of the apartment complex. It's not your typical zombie movie filled with gore and action. Instead, it's more about the psychological tension and the character's struggle to stay alive in a terrifying situation. Our number 8 countdown is The Ravenous. If you're looking for a gripping thriller set in the Alaskan wilderness, Ravenous is definitely worth checking out. This 2017 Canadian film follows a group of friends on a hiking trip that takes a chilling turn when they encounter a mysterious figure in the woods. The story starts off simply enough, with friends heading into the Alaskan backcountry for a weekend getaway. But as they delve deeper into the wilderness, they start to sense that something is watching them. Their fears become reality when they meet a strange man who seems to be stalking them. As they try to escape from him, they discover they're not alone. A terrifying creature is also lurking in the shadows, ready to hunt them down. Ravenous is a well-crafted thriller that builds suspense effectively. The isolated setting and constant feeling of danger create a tense and claustrophobic atmosphere. The performances are strong, and the creature design is both creepy and impactful. Our number 7 countdown is Extinction. This is a sci-fi thriller set in a dystopian future where humanity is under constant threat from a mysterious alien race known as the Quill. The story follows Peter. Recurring nightmares become increasingly vivid and disturbing, leading him to believe that they may be prophetic visions of the Quill's ultimate plan. As the alien attacks intensify, Peter's family becomes caught in the crossfire, forcing him to confront his fears and take action to protect them. With the help of a mysterious woman named Alice, Peter begins to uncover the truth about the Quill and their origins. He learns that the aliens have been manipulating humanity for centuries, preparing us for a cataclysmic event that will allow them to take control of the planet. As Peter races against time to stop the Quill's plan, he must confront his own demons and make the ultimate sacrifice to save humanity. The film's climax is a thrilling and action-packed sequence that tests Peter's courage and resolve. Our number 6 countdown is Wormwood, Road of the Dead. If you're looking for a fun and gory Australian zombie flick, Wormwood, Road of the Dead is definitely worth checking out. This low-budget horror film follows a group of survivors as they embark on a road trip through a zombie-infested wasteland. The story starts off with a bang, as a family is brutally attacked by a horde of zombies. The only survivors are a man named Barry, his sister, and his teenage nephew. With the help of a mysterious drifter named Benny, they set out on a dangerous journey to find a safe haven. Along the way, they encounter a variety of bizarre and terrifying characters, including a biker gang that has turned to cannibalism. The film is filled with plenty of gore and violence, but it also has a dark sense of humor that helps to lighten the mood. Wormwood is a great example of how to make a fun and entertaining zombie movie on a low budget. Our number 5 countdown is In the Flesh.
Last time I saw your wife, she was in a casket.
This is a British television series set in a post-apocalyptic England. It follows Kieran Walker, a young man who has returned to life as a partial, a group of undead individuals who have been reanimated and turned peaceful. Kieran faces challenges as he adapts to his new existence and tries to fit in with both the living and the partials. The series explores themes of identity, acceptance, and human nature in a changed world. In the Flesh is a thought-provoking and emotionally resonant series that offers a fresh perspective on the zombie apocalypse genre. It's a must-watch for fans of British television and horror. Our number 4 countdown is Mutants. This is a 2009 sci-fi horror film that follows a group of scientists who are experimenting with a new drug that could potentially cure cancer. However, things go horribly wrong when the drug causes the scientists to mutate into monstrous creatures. The film is a low-budget affair, but it does a decent job of creating a tense and suspenseful atmosphere. The special effects are admittedly cheesy, but they're passable for a film of this budget. The acting is also a bit hit or miss, but there are a few solid performances from the cast. If you're a fan of low-budget sci-fi horror films, Mutants is definitely worth checking out. Our number 3 countdown is Here Alone.
Looks like it's going to be.
I'm sorry.
Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day.
This is a gripping post-apocalyptic thriller that really dives into the psychological effects of isolation and how far someone will go to survive. The main character, Lucy, has to face her deepest fears and vulnerabilities while navigating the harsh wilderness all on her own. The setting is super stark and empty, which really mirrors what Lucy is going through emotionally. The cinematography does a great job of capturing the vastness of the landscape, emphasizing her loneliness and isolation. As Lucy struggles to find food and shelter, she's also dealing with the trauma of a virus outbreak and the loss of her loved ones. The film really digs into the mental toll of surviving in a world where she can't rely on anyone else. Even with all the bleakness, Here Alone has its moments of hope and resilience. Lucy's determination to make it through is truly inspiring, and her interactions with wildlife and nature give her a sense of connection to something bigger than herself. Our number 2 countdown is The Cured. This is a 2017 Irish horror film that takes a unique approach to the zombie apocalypse. Instead of focusing on the undead, it follows a group of survivors who have been cured of the zombie virus. The story takes place in a post-apocalyptic Ireland, where the undead have been contained in quarantine camps. The cured are released back into society, but they face widespread prejudice and discrimination from the surviving humans. The film follows Sinan, a young man who has recently been cured. He struggles to adapt to his new life and rebuild his relationships with his family and friends. As the tension between the cured and the survivors escalates, Senin must confront the dark side of human nature and the dangers that lurk within his own kind. Our number 1 countdown is Train to Busan. Train to Busan is a South Korean action horror film that became a huge hit in 2016. It's set on a high-speed train traveling from Seoul to Busan, and things take a terrifying turn when a zombie outbreak occurs on board. The film follows a group of passengers as they try to survive the zombie apocalypse and reach their destination. There's plenty of suspense, action, and even a few heartwarming moments thrown in. The zombies in Train to Busan are particularly terrifying, and the film's pace is relentless. If you're a fan of zombie movies or just looking for a thrilling ride, Train to Busan is a must-watch. It's a well-made film with great performances and some truly memorable scenes.